Hi guys. Um, this morning, it's actually afternoon. Um, I have been um, thinking, just kind of meditating, doing life evaluations like I do, and this is something that came to me a few days ago, where um, I wanted to talk to the sisters. Um, you know, in my life, and this is really where this comes from. It just comes from life experiences. Um, you know, in the name of love, we do a lot of things. Uh, we hope for and we want a lot of things in the name of love. And I have to say, as I look over my life and look over decisions I've made and things and choices that I've made, I did a lot of them on the premise of love, or on in the name of love. And what I mean by that is I put love first. I put just being in love first, being with someone first, and uh, putting that love first, even above myself, which is not wise. I've come to find out, um, here in America, here in this life, the way that we live, especially if we live by a religious structure, a religious upbringing, a lot of times the uh, the premise, or what you're told, is based around love, based around marriage, based around children, home, family, things like that. And I'm not saying those things are not important, but a lot of times we will put ourselves, our needs, even our desires and wants, on the back burner for love. Let me give you an example. There have been things that I wanted to do in my life, things I wanted to try, places I wanted to go, um, furthering my education, but because of love, or because of a person in my life, I allowed them to stop me. And so that's really what this video is about. Um, a lot of times we feel like a person is doing things because they love us. A lot of times people will tell you that they're doing things because they love you. When in reality, they're doing it because they're selfish, they're jealous, and they just don't want you to prosper. A lot of men feel that if their woman goes further, if their woman does more, if their woman begins to earn more money, if their woman begins to get out of the house more, if their woman begins to hang out with girlfriends more, do things more, go on girl trips or whatever, um, they're going to eventually leave them. They're going to eventually find somebody else and leave them. Now, there wouldn't be a problem with that, with any of that, if the man was not only secure with himself, if he knew that he was doing everything he could to keep that woman, he would have no worries about that. He would have no worries of a man taking or stealing her if he was doing everything he was supposed to be doing for her. There'd be no worry about that. So the thing I want to tell you, ladies, don't allow a person who's supposed to love you, or saying that they love you, to stop you, to hinder you, to hold you back, to tell you, well, let's just wait till next year, or let's just do this first, and then we're gonna do. Don't allow that. Don't allow that, because more than likely you're never going to get to do what it is that you really wanted to do. A man that truly loves you, a man that truly wants to be with you and wants to for you to have the best in life and love you and help you get it, is not going to hold you back. He's not going to tell you, well, you don't need to do that now, or you need to stop, you need to wait. Now, let me just say, sometimes there are instances where, maybe, okay, say y'all trying to build a house, say y'all trying to buy a house, say y'all trying to buy a car, a bigger car, say that you all are trying to invest some money in something, you're trying to buy some land, you're trying to build a business or something like that. If it's for the two of you, I can see him saying, okay, well, wait till next year, or wait till we finish doing this, or till we finish this project. But not, let me go to school first. Not, let me make $50,000 on my job first. Let me do such and such first, and then you can. No, no. And not just, no, you don't need to do that. It's not acceptable. The reason that I say that is because my personal experience. There have been things that I wanted to do, things that, like I said at the beginning of the video, furthering my education, places I wanted to go, travel, all these kinds of things, and have shared these things with people that I love and who were supposed to love me. I got negativity, I got bad feedback, I got all kind of negative feedback as to why you don't need to do this. What's bad about it? I remember some years ago, I wanted to get into massage therapy. I wanted to even do my own business, even have my own massage business on my own. I wanted to do that. I was going to go to school for it. I was, everything. So the person that I was with at the time, at first they were like, oh, yeah, that's good, and that's a wonderful thing, and yeah, you really need to pursue that, and yeah, this is good. But here's the kicker. As I started getting closer to the time, as I really started getting close to going to the school, as I began to map my kind of plan out how I was going to do this, then all of a sudden the stones start getting thrown. The little, what if this happens? What if that happens? I mean, this guy would sit and tell me that if I got my own massage parlor or business, my own massage business, that some man was going to rape me, and some, man was going to take advantage of me and rape me, and what was I going to do? I'm just like, oh, I remember another time when I was sharing with someone. Uh, this really wasn't a love partner or anything, but they liked me. And I was sharing with them how I wanted to go to the islands and everything. And this person told me that the island people were hostile, and they were mean, and that, me going over there, uh, they were going to hack me up with a machete and throw me off in the woods somewhere and rape me, and nobody was ever going to see me again. And I'm just like, wow, it just, I'm saying all that to say, it's amazing how people who say they love you, even family, this is not just this love relationships where men do this to women, this is also family. You'll have, family members. You share your desires and so forth with family members and your cousins and sisters or whatever, and all you hear was negativity. Well, I don't think this and that, and I don't believe you should, and I know somebody who did that before, and this is what happened, and I remember at one time also I wanted to be a mortician. Yes, I did. I was looking into it. I was getting ready to do it. Then I had this person who came and told me about all of the little, because they weren't going to shake me. But then they started telling me about all of the little children and the dead babies and how, that was going to really bother me because, I was going to have to embalm dead babies and all this. And I was just like, and I have to admit, a lot of it has to do with us. A lot of it um, has to do with how confident we are in what we want to do, how strong we are in what we want to do, um, and just not letting people talk us out of it, because we are going to encounter that. I'm going to say 90% of the time, when you begin to share things with people and tell people about your dreams and what you want to do and your plans and so forth, I'm gonna say about 90% of the time, instead of people being happy, instead of people wanting to see you do it, instead of people even trying to help you do it, people are going to talk you out of it. People are going to get jealous. People are going to get hateful. People are going to be vindictive. People are going to try to stop you. This is family. This is a lot of friends, so-called friends, and this is even love partners. You know. And my advice to you, and the thing that I'm going to tell you, is that that's not love. Those are not friends. Because a true love partner knows that if you build yourself up, if you uh, go further, they're going to go further. Because you're bringing them with you. And I'm not talking about no dead weight. I'm talking about an equal partner who is pulling their weight as well. We're not talking about no dead weight. We're not talking about you trying to go to medical school and you bringing, Tyrone from the hood who, going to continue to lay on your couch. We're not talking about that. We're talking about an equal partner in your life who is going to help you, who is going to push you, who's going to motivate you. You know, you have to start recognizing secret haters. People, for whatever reason in life, I don't know, it's just people. And I've had to learn this the hard way. People just don't want to see you prosper. People just don't want to help you. People just don't want to. People will get jealous at just the thought of you moving on. Get it? Call it the crabs in the barrel syndrome. I don't know what it is. But it's amazing because usually these people will start out pretending as if they're motivating you, pretending as if they want to see you do it, and oh, that's good, and such and such. But I'm telling you, the closer and the further you get away from them and closer to your actual goals, people will just get jealous. People are I'm serious. I was recently in a bad situation, a situation where, um, I was kind of. I was in almost a homeless situation. Not homeless on the street, not homeless in shelters and all that, but I didn't have my own place. And then I was staying with someone. And it amazes me that I had nothing. I had lost everything. And the thought of me rising up, the thought of me getting a job, the thought of me doing better for myself, people began to hate and start to try to sabotage me. Go figure. Because if I was so-called helping someone to get on their feet to do better, especially if they have a child, you're in a position to help them. You're in a situation where you could give them resources and help them, motivate them, or whatever it is, you know. Uh, it to me and to my mind and to my thinking, the kind of person that I am, it would make no sense to be jealous of them or to try to stop them or sabotage them. But I'm telling you, I have had to learn the hard way that that's how people do, and they will do everything they can to try to keep you down, keep you. Because I think in some ways it makes people feel good to be superior. I think it makes people feel good for you to need them. I think it makes people feel good to for them to continue to feel like they're helping you, they're doing something for you. And if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have this. If it wasn't for me, you couldn't have. You know, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have had. You know, and people like that position of authority. They would rather you continually be there than getting anywhere close to where they are. You know, and go figure. That's go figure. That's the way of people. That's the way of a lot of people. So what I'm telling you, sisters, black women, is there's so many of you out there who want to go to school, who want to do better, who want better jobs, who want better careers. I mean, some of you out there probably have family who won't even keep your children for you, or won't even help take you someplace, or drive you someplace if you don't have a vehicle, if you don't have transportation, or if you don't, if you don't have a babysitter, or you can't afford a babysitter, whatever. And they can help you, but they won't because they know your potential. They know what's going to happen if they help you to prosper, then you won't be like them. You will be higher than them. But just the fact that you'll just be on your feet, or just the fact that you will uh, possibly go further. People just hate it. People just hate it. So, what I've learned the hard way, like I said, the hard way, because I've had so many haters in my life. I've had so many people who tried to stop me from doing things. I gotta tell you all this. Call me a fool, call me naive, call me stupid, whatever. I actually had an ex stop me from going to school at one point because he told me he had a brain tumor. And like I said, call me stupid. I fell for it. I missed my registration date. Um, and he probably laughed. He probably laughed at how stupid could you be to believe something like that. I loved it. And the way my mind works is I wouldn't think of telling. I mean, that wouldn't even come out of my mind to tell somebody something like that if it wasn't true. You know. Now, to the next person, it's probably just a stupid prank. It's probably just, they're not going to believe me anyway. I'm just going to say such and such. But like I say, the way my mind is, I wouldn't have even thought to even say something like that to somebody if it wasn't true. So, yeah, I believed it, and I missed my registration date. And I continued to let him, and the relationship was so bad that this happened, that happened, this problem came up, that problem came up. It's just always something that I just never got back to it. So if you women, if you beautiful black sisters are young enough, motivated enough, ambitious enough to go higher, move forward, do things that's going to help you and your children, do that first. Do that first. Map out a life plan, even if it's only 3 years, even if it's only 2 years. Map out a life plan for yourself. Don't tell the haters. Just begin to do it. Speak to the universe. Go within yourself. Begin to prepare. Begin to take those steps uh, and do those things that it's going to take to put these things in place. And everybody who is telling you it's not going to work, telling you you can't do it, telling you you're going to fail, you need to get them out of your life or you need to get away from them. Either way. Because the important thing is that what people make you lose a lot of times is time. They make you lose time, but they make you lose opportunities. And if you know anything about life, opportunities don't always come back around that easily. I mean, sometimes opportunities are seasonal. Sometimes opportunities, come and you really got to jump on. You need to go ahead and do this, you know. And like I say, haters in your life and liars in your life who are telling you that, uh, you know, I'm going to help you do this or I want to see you succeed. I want you to do, usually, let me tell you something. Usually, if people are doing the same thing that they did 5 years ago, if people still sitting outside drinking, playing dominoes, still in the same job, still got the same credit score, have no plans to get a home, a better car, a better life plan, to get a better job, to do things, usually those people are not going to help you. Usually those people are not going to motivate you enough to do it because you already see their life. You don't have to ask them anything about your life when you prosper because you already see their life. They're not going to do anything. And when you begin to do things, you become a threat. You become a threat. And like I say, these people, I mean, it's amazing because they won't get off their behind to get up and do anything and get better in their life, but they will get up off their behind to stop you and to try to sabotage you and to make you stop doing what you're doing. They will put that much effort in, but they won't put enough effort in to do anything for themselves. This is why I say you need to move away from these people. You need to get away from these people. You need to go somewhere where you can think, go somewhere around more motivated people uh, who are trying to do something and who want to do better. Um, if you got to move from family, if you have to cut off an ex, if you have to cut off a recent, a present person in your life, you know. And like I was saying before, for the sake of love, if you're not getting anywhere, if you and this person don't have some type of life plans together to go somewhere, to do something, to actually really move yourself into a better place, you don't want to be in a position where you're going to look back 2, 3 years from now and you're going to regret. Don't want to do that because, like I said, time and opportunity are the two things that you are not going to be able to get back. You know, sometimes opportunities do come back around. Sometimes you can create an opportunity, but you're not going to be able to create it in a negative environment. You're not going to be able to create a good opportunity around people who are hating you. So, uh, don't let somebody tell you they love you, but yet they don't want you to prosper. And they don't want you to go further. And, I love you so much, I don't want you to go to school. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to say that, but that's what they're doing. They don't want you to go to school, go higher, do better, earn more money because they're afraid you're going to leave them as you should. You know, love does not pay bills. Struggle love really don't pay the bills. As a beautiful black woman, you do not need to be in a position where you are taking care of a man. If you don't need to take care of anybody but yourself and your children. People can say that's selfish. People can say that's whatever they want because people want to say what they want anyway. What I'm telling you is take care of yourself. Put yourself first. Put your children first. Go higher, go further, be motivated, ask the universe, pray to your spirit guides, and begin to surround yourself around influential people and people who can do things for you and help you and motivate you. Okay? So, uh, just wanted to talk to my sisters. Just wanted to, share with you my experience. I wish I would have been able to. I wish I could get some time back, but all things happen for a reason. And I am more than motivated to do things. I have my life plan mapped out. I have my short-term goals mapped out, and things are working for me exactly the way that I want them to. It's just that I wish I had done it sooner, but I realized that me going through what I have gone through in my life is now a testimony for you. It's now I can tell you my experience and tell you how not to get into what I got into, so that you can go further sooner and quicker. Okay. So, you guys have a great day. And thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. On to the next video. I'll see you next time.